I'm out. I'm gonna get canceled here in a second.
You already did.
I didn't hear one word you said.
It wasn't worth hearing.
We're just talking about the St. Val's
was literally like-
president election. Big upset this year at St. Val's for the treasurer. He won't get new uniforms.
Did Miles run this year?
No, Miles.
Miles is out.
Miles Handy?
Yes, let's shift the spotlight.
One time we stole signs from Miles' competitor, and the cops came.
Yeah, it's just
That was a good story.
it's called clean politics.
Yeah. Were you guys taking
Andy
signs?
paid you well, though.
You can't beat them, you know.
Yeah. It was before Andy ran, though. It was like when Miles
Oh, he was running
ran
for
by
state
himself. Yeah.
That's right.
One
Me and-
time.
He has
Against-
neon
All right, we
yellow
got a song
signs.
similar to this for downtown. You were coming
Mean
home
story.
really late at night.
Yeah.
One time when we lived in Lady Loretto on Olympia, we were coming home at 3 o'clock in the morning, which we usually did, after we went to the UAD basketball game. And then, of course, you had to go to the Chalfont Bar until it closed. And then you had to go to Darby's to have corned beef sandwiches. So we were coming home at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Crazy kids.
And downtown, my husband had all his Dylan signs up all over Lady Loretto. And so we're coming down the street at 3 o'clock, and here's Randy Kohler, who's running against Jack, and he's tearing all the Dylan signs. So
And
we
you
come
saw
down
him.
Olympia with our headlights, and he sees Randy Kohler tearing all his signs down.
Ran him off the
Jack
road.
is out of the car, and they nearly came to
Kicked his
blows.
kneecaps in.
But he thought that was a good time to come and take the signs down.
Right.
That's
Just when,
hilarious.
of course, we were coming home.
Of all the people to see, he saw Jack.
Yeah.
They should have known that's your time.
We're coming back from Darby's.
No, we eat corned beef sandwiches at 2:30 a.m.
That was a good downtown
You've been to the
yell
game,
you just
and
did there.
you've been to,
That was
the
pretty
Chalfont
good.
Bar, and then you go to Darby's for corned beef sandwiches, which was on the
How old
corner
are you
of
guys? That's a late
Wyoming
night.
and 7 Mile. If you don't know your Detroit history.
That's when Detroit was vibing.
Whoa.
Well, I know that, but like,
Detroit
I don't
back
stay out
then
that
wasn't
late.
like it is today.
no, I'm aware. I'm just saying, like, age-wise, that's a late night.
Was that when you were married or engaged or
No, we were
dating?
married and living in.
Oh,
Loretto.
in Olympia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With at least three kids. So getting up at whatever, 7 or 8 in the morning and getting home at 3 a.m.
You Rugrats in the house too?
Yeah, who's watching the kids?
Yeah, who's the babysitter?
We
Kohler.
had a very
Bobby.
rich babysitter.
We had to stay till 3 a.m.
morning.
We wouldn't miss a
Sorry we're late, Jack. I had
Probably
to fight.
Kathy Shannon.
miss a UAD basketball.
We had
game,
that
so we
recorded.
had babysitters.
We couldn't bring him home. We had to get them there.
$5.
Here's your
If
The
you wanna
restaurant was
know,
closed, so Jack made him open and give him a corned beef sandwich before he left. He
My
would not
husband-
leave until they
My
got home.
husband always asked the same questions of you. How are your marks? Are you saying your prayers? And let me see your golf swing.
Yeah.
And what's 19 2/3 times 19 2/3?
Oh, yeah.
MC squared.
And you looked it up and could give him the answer.
I was never a math guy. I was resourceful.
No,
though.
I
could
think it
look
was
it
you.
up.
You knew how to cheat.
Just use a calculator.
I think
Yeah,
it was
exactly. I
Sean.
just Google it.
No, I know it was either Jack or you.
It was Jack.
Yeah. Sean was way too young for it.
And then he disagrees. He says, "No, that's not what it is."
Mm-hmm.
When he gave him the answer, he goes, "That's not what it is."
Yeah, that was Jack. If there was someone to sit down and try to do the math, it was Jack.
Yeah, I honestly think one time when we were in it, he like grabbed a piece of paper and like did it.
Yeah, like for fun. I was just gonna go out and try to make something.
So it was Christmas time, and so we were here, and people were opening their Christmas presents, and so we had this nice big box, and we gave it to Gabriel, and he opened it up, and it was a ski jacket. So he threw himself on the couch in desperation. because he was so disappointed.
Yes. What do you do with a ski jack when you're 3 years
It
old, right?
wasn't
not a sexy
polite
gift.
about it. Ski jack, I said. So then when they were going home, he said, "Can I wear my new ski jack?"
You never guessed what Gabriel was thinking.
Yeah.
Really
There
clear.
was, yeah.
Very obvious.
Hard on the sleeve.
Yeah.
You wore that ski jack for like 7 years in a row.
Dan was the
Gabriel, you
opposite.
had your birthday party, and your mother had, what was the big thing then?
Power Ranger.
Power Ranger. Had the Power Ranger come to the house. He was so scared of him.
The hilarious thing is they didn't learn the lesson because they had Batman the year before.
Yeah,
And Gabe was terrified of Batman. So they're like, okay, let's get the Blue Ranger. He'll love him.
We got
Same.
quantum online for next year.
We had the ponies one year. That worked.
Well, that was for me. No, man. I rode those
I thought
bareback, man.
Actually, that was your cousin.
What's this?
Yeah, Sis's ponies.
My-
She
my
had
niece-
a
my
company
niece
called
had
Ponies the Party.
Ponies that party. And she had a couple
They were party animals.
And whatever,
Ponies that rage.
she would bring
Full of
pony to your
methamphetamine.
You can break them
party.
too.
And she would give every kid a ride around on a pony. And then she would make a
Balloons.
a pony out of balloons
Yeah.
and give it to each kid and a cowboy hat.
I still have mine.
So we call it clown.
Danny still has.
Balloon or hat?
I have a badge that says Danny.
Survive
I have a
all the
badge that says
moves.
sheriff.
Hanging on his wall.
It says Sheriff Danny.
So volunteer sheriff.
Black and white.
I
wear-
see
I
it
wear-
being
I wear it
the complete
somewhere.
opposite for Danny though. It's like Gabe, you didn't have to ask what he was thinking. It's like Dan, you don't want to ask what he's thinking. It's gonna be 10 different things that's gonna come up. This little 9-year-old trying to sell Cutco knives out of his bedroom. So you don't want to probe too deep into that brain.
That can of worms.
Let it come back.
Excuse
I'm
me,
gonna
can I
kill
get you some
9-year-old.
knives? They're really sharp.
He made a putting green in our backyard yesterday. I don't know what he's gonna do today. He's been sleeping with his arm tied up on his bunk bed like this for 3 weeks. What was that? Was that you or Gabe? Do you remember
I
that?
don't remember that at all.
One of you guys had like a shoulder thing, so you guys literally had to like sleep with like your arm tied up to like the post of your bunk bed.
That wasn't.
Remember that.
100%.
I think we duct taped it.
That
No,
wasn't
I-
anything. That was not true. That never
I
happened.
couldn't just make that up. That happened 100%.
Like an injury or something?
Yeah, unless it was on my.
Hockey injury?
Yeah, I think it was something with like his.
To the bunk bed.
Yeah, it's,
Well, Gabe was the only one on the bottom, so.
He's remembering. It was Gabriel or
it
Danny.
was one of those two. They're trying to deny it, but it,
I don't recall tying my arm.
We
to
were
the-
just messing with
I think that was it.
it probably was.
You're
That
a
was
5-year-old kid. We can just tell you whatever we wanted.
I think it was
You'd buy
probably
it.
that was the story of my life though, because then there was Matt there. It was just like incentivized you, like yeah, let's just keep messing with him and say whatever you want. But that was a bad spot because I was a little